First of all, I want to wish a happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful, wonderful mothers out there. I want you to know you are so special. You have a special place in my heart, and I'm grateful to God. I hope that you feel special and appreciated, especially today. Not just today, but especially today. I want to introduce you actually to another mother. She's nameless, unfortunately, but I'd like to introduce you all the same. So would you join me in the Gospel of St. Luke, chapter 7. And in St. Luke, chapter 7, we meet a mother. And I want to read verse 12. And when he came near the gate of the city, behold, a dead man was being carried out, the only son of his mother. She was a widow, and a large crowd from the city was with her. I want to introduce you to this mother as I share from the theme, We're Coming Out. This mother is a widow. She's lost her husband before, and death has revisited her family one more time. Today, we meet her, and she is burying her only son. Death has a way of showing up unannounced, uninvited, and doing that which is unimaginable and unwelcomed. Death showed up at the least opportune time. She loses her only son. She is in preparation of burying her child, and the funeral procession is so rudely interrupted. Rudely interrupted, it looks like a big traffic jam as Jesus is coming into town and they're coming out of town, and the two crowds intersect. Jesus sees what is going on, and quite honestly, it would have been more courteous to let them pass through. As a matter of fact, when we were having regular funerals, there were funeral processions, and you let them go. Even if you have the green light, you let the procession go, but Jesus meets them head on. Stay with me. I told you we're coming out. We're coming out. Jesus meets them head on, and he tells this grieving mother that which is probably absolutely insensitive. It's in the text. He says to her, "Do not weep." Now, I want you to know you have a right to weep. We have been witnessing that which we've never witnessed before in our lives. It is unnerving. It is hurtful. It causes real pain. And it's okay to weep. But when Jesus says don't weep, it's not because Jesus is a jerk or insensitive. It is because Jesus has the solution. Moreover, Jesus is the solution. And my prayer is that in this season, even seasons of pain, you and I would come to know the intimate presence of God and experience peace that comes along with it. Jesus tells this woman, says, "Do not weep." He came and he touched the coffin, verse 14. And those who carried him stood still. And then Jesus speaks. He says, "Young man, I say to you, arise." Jesus allows us to experience his presence intimately. And his presence ought to bring about a shift in our perspective. This woman no longer has to weep because the solution is in town. The solution is present, and the solution stops everything and says, "Young man, I say to you, arise." And it is at that moment that this young man, who was very much dead, comes back to life. Family, I believe God is carrying us out of some things. You thought these things were designed to carry you out and take you out. No, they are used by God to carry you into the next dispensation of the manifestation that God has over your life. And I believe that with all my heart today. We are coming out of this. Why? Because somewhere on the journey, I just believe our paths will collide with Christ. We're coming out of this that we might know God's presence more intimately and have peace as a result of it, that we might shift our perspective even amid the pain of life. And if you keep your eyes open, I promise you, you will see the power of God like never before. Well, I don't expect everybody watching to believe in the validity of literal miracles. I understand we have a variety and a multiplicity of perspectives. And maybe I can't convince you of a literal resurrected young man. But I think there's one more miracle here. I want to read it one more time, verse 12 and 13. When he came near the gate of the city, behold, a dead man was being carried out, the only son of his mother, and she was a widow, and a large crowd from the city was with her. When the Lord saw her, he had compassion on her and said to her, do not weep. Maybe the biggest miracle in this text is not even that the boy got up and was presented back to his mother. Maybe the biggest miracle in the text is that in spite of everything going on, Jesus Christ saw her. And I'm crazy enough to believe that even today, amid everything going on, economic uncertainty, personal challenges, we're trying to all stay well, trying to put one foot in front of the other. Things might even be breaking down when you want them to be building up. I believe that Jesus Christ, just like he saw this mother, he sees us. I believe he's always seen us, and he will see us through. Why? Because we're coming out. I don't know about you, but that's good news. Be encouraged, be blessed, and know that greater will come, because greatness in the person of Jesus Christ has already arrived. God bless you. Familia, hola, buenas tardes. Feliz Día de las Madres a todas las madres lindas del todo el mundo. Quiero dar saludos a mi mamá y mi abuela que están mirando desde California, pero espero que todos están gozando de la dulzura de la vida y del amor de la familia hoy, el día que celebramos todas las madres. Quiero que conozcan una madre que, aunque no tiene nombre, se encuentra en San Lucas capítulo 7, empezando en versículo 11. Esta madre es una viuda y ahora mismo la conocemos en la cuenta que está preparando para enterrar su hijo, su único hijo que falleció. Y en ese momento de dolor y de sufrimiento, de angustia y de ansiedad, en ese momento llega Jesucristo. Y quiero decirles que no importa lo que llega en la vida. Cuando llega Jesucristo, es un momento para poder conocer su carácter, para sentir la presencia de Jesucristo, especialmente en los momentos de sufrimiento. No tan solo sentir la presencia, pero conocer la paz de Dios. Y cuando sientes la presencia de Jesucristo, aunque estás adelante de una situación muerta, una situación que ya no hay esperanza, no tan solo quiero que conoces la presencia de Dios y la paz, pero tenemos que cambiar nuestra perspectiva. Y cuando cambiamos la perspectiva, veremos el poder de Dios. Y quiero que sepas que vas a ver en tu vida el poder de Dios como nunca lo habías visto antes. Vas a ver lo que es increíble, lo que nunca podías imaginar. Y eso es una promesa. ¿Cómo lo sé? Porque hay un milagro en esta cuenta que está en el subtítulo. Pero hay otro milagro, no tan solo la resurrección del hijo muerto, sino el milagro es que Jesucristo vio esta madre. Y quiero que sepas que Jesucristo también ve todo lo que sucede en tu vida y ve tu alma. Y eso es un milagro. Eso para mí conforta mi alma. Eso para mí es buenas noticias. Familia, anímense. No se preocupen. Porque Cristo está mirando a todos nosotros. Está aquí con nosotros dándonos su presencia, su paz, cambiando nuestra perspectiva. y con eso mostrándonos el gran poder de Dios. Dios te bendiga. Friends, this is the day that the Lord has made. Yes, it is Mother's Day, and we are so glad that you took time, hopefully maybe even with your mother, had a Facebook watch party or something, to join us. We want to thank God for all who partner with us. We are so grateful for you. Because of your love, your prayers, and your tangible support, our ministry is able to press on and continue. We too are coming out. I want you to know that we hold you in our hearts dearly, and we are praying for you as you pray for us. And if you feel so led, there are options to give at the bottom of your screen. We want you to know all gifts are tax deductible, and God has a way of taking our little and making it much. So don't worry about the dollar amount. Know that we receive it with love and appreciation, and it helps us to keep on going. Thank you so much for your partnership. God bless.